Okay, I'm going to walk you through what to do here with the beer line cleaning. You just got to make sure you've got the right tubs. Unscrewing the vessel. Got a little jug here to measure out the cleaning solution. It's found next to the Thatchers. Put it to the top and then chuck it in the cylinder. Now, you need to fill this about just under halfway with cold water. And then screwing the lid back on, you need to screw it real tight, as tight as you can get it. Got a lever back here that you're switching to the off position before you disconnect the Thatcher's fitment. So you lift that lever up and then you turn it anti-clockwise. Get a little bit of spillage every time, just mop it up with blue roll. And then you're fastening it to the fitment on the cleaning cylinder. Now you just got to make sure you pull it all the way around and make sure the handle is securely fastened down. When you turn the gas back on now, you should hear it pressurize, but you don't want to hear any hissing after that. So this is making sure that you're pulling through what's left in the lines. You'll see the ball has dropped down in its float valve. Once you've got all that beer through, you can move on to doing the San Miguel. Now this is only needed to be done once every 14 days. You press the button, which then switches it to the cleaning solution. You've got to wait for it to pump. When it ceases pumping, you're ready to pour, and you'll hear it pumping the fluid through. You gotta let it rejuvenate. Just listen, be attentive to that basically. Unscrew the nozzles. So you're now soaking the nozzles in cleaning solution. Pulling through some cleaning solution here from the San Miguel line. It's a bit slow, but it'll drop right down and then it'll rejuvenate and repressurize itself. So you're waiting 10 minutes and then you're pulling through maybe a pint or two of both lines. You'll see that the ball has dropped down in the vessel there. And this will flash when it's done its cleaning, which is 30 minutes. And you're switching over to water, which is the droplet icon. This takes 10 minutes. So you've got to let the cleaning solution come through first, and then it'll switch over to the water where it doesn't make any pumping noise. So you're switching the gas off again for the Thatcher's coupling. You're bleeding the air out of the cleaning vessel there. Once all the air is bled out, you can remove the fitment, lift the handle up and rotate it, and then you can undo the lid. This could be quite tricky, but get used to it. So this is it switching over to water on the San Miguel line. So pouring away that cleaning solution, giving it a good rinse. The nozzles are nice and sanitized. So now we're pouring just water into this vessel now. You're pulling through water through the Thatcher's line just to make sure there's no cleaning solution left and minimizing your wastage. So coupling it up, turning the gas on. Now you've got a stuck float valve here. To get that to come to the top again, you need to push that button up from the bottom that releases the ball, and then you can bleed the air out with the top button. So pulling through the water at both lines. A couple of tubs need emptying every now and again. And then again back to draining the water through. Screw the nozzles back on at this point. Not too tight, otherwise you'll struggle to undo them next time. Just a quick guide of how to undo all the Guinness bits, which is good practice to do when you're doing the lines. 2 little clips in there. Watch out for the blades. That slides in from behind. Don't forget the drip trays. So the screen's flashing now, that means it's done its rinsing cycle, and you're looking for the far left button, which is returning to the beer. And now you can pour through the remaining water from the San Miguel lines. You're switching the cooler back on. It's quite important, obviously. So notice the San Miguel line there stopped, and now you are pulling through the water of that vessel. Once you've emptied all the water out of there, it should be nothing left. You can turn the gas off again. Bring that board to the top now rather than in a bit. Bleed all the air out the vessel, uncouple and recouple. Give that fitment a little wipe out with blue roll just to make sure it doesn't go sticky. Gas back on. No signs of or noises of leaks. So the ball's dropped again, so we're just popping that back up. And now we're dragging out the water and bringing Thatchers through. You should only really need to bring out a pint worth of Thatchers in order to get it ready for service. Same again with the San Miguel. Pour yourself 2 little tasters. Have a quick look, make sure it's fizzy, make sure it's the right colour. Have a taste. All good.